What's up? So I want to show you guys how I retighten my sister locks and why you shouldn't retighten your sister locks with almost anything. Because one, it's dirty, and two, it has no logic behind it. So let's stick with the tools that work for retightening sister locks. I've been retightening my own sister locks for the past 5 months when I was 3 months in post installation. And I've been using just a paper clip. I've noticed that the damage that it's doing, not so much damage like it's harming it, but it's not the best way. And I've been trying to transition to an actual Sisterlocks tool and possibly take a retightening class, because the cost for the class is pretty steep. So pretty much try to transition into a professional Sisterlocks retightening tool instead of any old thing that we find around the house, you know what I'm saying? This is what I use. I just use a paper clip. Well, this is a paper clip. This used to be a paper clip, but pretty much just unwind it. I also use a bobby pin to retighten my sister locks. I find it that it doesn't work as well as the paper clip because the loophole is not as big. And I was using this initially because my sister locks in the beginning were very small and shorter, so I was able to maneuver. I mean, I could have just unwound this also and made a bigger hole, but that's too much work, fam. That's too much work. And with this bobby pin, the one way I got a lot of frizz for my locks is trying to push the lock into this hole when it's clearly not big enough. Like a lot of these locks have lots of frizz, and with me trying to push it into this hole, it just created more problems. It created frizz, it created fraying. It was bad. After a few months of using this, I realized that it caused my lock to frizz, caused it to thin out and break. And there are certain ways, not just the tool, but certain ways of how you retighten it can also damage your hair and not make it healthy sister locks that you have. So I'm going to quickly demonstrate how to retighten sister locks the correct way using a 4-point pattern. So right now I'm going to go right to left, pulling it right. Then I'm going to go down to up, pulling it down. Then I'm going to go left to right, pulling it left. And lastly, up to down, pulling it upward. The wrong way in retightening your sister locks is just going in one direction. Keep going in one direction, and that can cause a hole in your sister lock, and that's what you don't want that. But you pretty much just say you're just going from one way, right? You're just going one direction all the time. And that was just 2. Now you can see the hole that I've created just by going from one direction. So you want to make sure that you go all directions instead of just one direction. So when you want to go in your direction of left, right, up, down, make sure you choose the direction in the direction you want your hair to lay. So say you want it to lay to the left like this all the time. Make sure you end off to the left. If you want it over here to the right, make sure you end off on the right. If you just want it all pushed back all the time, make sure you end it going up. So it will be left, down, right, up. If you want it down, you'll do left, up, right, down. So wherever direction you want your hair to lay, that's where you stop your direction points. So this is something that you see. This is why you shouldn't use a paper clip, because it can catch on to your hair and be stuck. Even though the lock is not loud and it's tight, like the paper clip itself caught onto a surrounding hair, and now it's just there. So What I have to do now to get the paper clip out is cut my hair. But I'm just gonna pull, and now there's frizz. So when using this, it can catch onto surrounding hairs. Once you pull, those surrounding hairs pull into that lock that you've created, but now it just makes a mess. It makes your parting, you know, your parting grid on your hair, not a precise grid anymore. It's more like sloppy. And now my grid is no longer even, because of surrounding hairs that got into the paperclip apparatus that I created. So even though I'm still using it, now that I know what it caused to my hair, I'm more aware of where I'm putting this through my new growth and making sure everything is separated. Everything is away, you know, when I retighten my hair. Yep. And I hope this helps so that you can retighten. Look at the bang action though. Can I just pause for a minute and talk about my bangs? My bangs usually initially like stopped here, I think. Look at this. What? Almost. Mwah. I love them. I love them. You don't want to use almost anything to retighten your Sisterlocks because it can cause frizz, holes, breakage, stuff you don't want to handle. And then it just causes more time on your hands to restore your locks and having to go to a consultant again if you stop going and paying them money and having money go down the drain. I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys next time. So if you do it, oh, you can see my hole. No, don't see my hole.